All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. We're going to jump right into its chart, but I want you guys to be aware that right after this chart, we're going to talk about a ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list. Plus, we're also going to talk about today's morning briefing over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to learn from that, try to learn how to exit, enter positions using a simulator, right? I like to call it the simulator is your bat. And when I choose these different stocks that have opportunities to go up 5 to 10% so you can practice and learn over time, plus everything else that's in the Patreon, such as the weekly watch list and so forth, you'll be able to swing at the baseballs. I pitch the baseballs at you, you swing, and we're going to see if we hit home runs, right? That's the whole goal. But it's all about the learning process. It's not about the gains that you're going to receive right away. So if that's something that interests you, the Discord is down below in the description. So here we are. ZOM stock, Zomedica stock has been downwards. ZOM stock is a stock that I've been talking about that once it broke through 133, this is going to fall hard. It got rejected at 133 right up here when it tried coming right back up, right here at this point, right there, around that area. If you zoom in, that was 133 right there. Pretty close. And then right down here, right? So got rejected, and 133 was our support down here. You could see that there. So very, very important that we're below that right now. We needed to fight back upwards. Zomedica has broken now through the lowest point of 113. I stated that that needed to be broken through, right, for this to go even lower. So now we're seeing it, and now it's fighting. So now the only place of support that we're looking at that is important, I don't care if it's 90 cents or anything else, I'm going to call it $1. Why? Because this is a penny stock that needs to stay above $1. Now, if you're an investor that got in anywhere down here, none of this even matters to you, all this up and down, because you're looking at the bigger picture. Now, it could matter to you because some of your unrealized gains have been lost if you've been holding through all of this, or some of your position that you left has actually lost some profits in some of the other profit taking you did up here. Now, anyone that got in above $1 is right now feeling the pain. Now, Zomedica, could it reverse? Yes, hopefully, right? That's all possible in the way the charts are looking and if you pull up all the different indicators. But at the same time, the way the market conditions are, the moment this gets below $1, I'm not saying that it's over, right? But it can get closer to 85 cents. And once it breaks through that, the next stop is down here in the 30-40 cent range. And that's a big gap right there. So if it gets below $1, it's not like it can't reverse and come right back up through the next earnings report or through some revenue or through some good news. Those are all possibilities this stock can go through. But the moment it's below $1, it looks really, really weak to me. And even 133 was signs of weakness. And here we are. We're sitting at 111. Now, one thing that I've done before is pull up different articles that talk about Zomedica and its potential and, the price targets and stuff. It's still above $1. So from $1 to $3, that is a possibility. That can take months, that can take a year, that could take years from now. But the one thing I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of is that that's what analysis ratings are right now. And different articles have stated. And there's other articles stating that, hey, if you already got in this below $1 and you want to take some profits, go ahead and also momentum trade it, okay? And there you see it. You could see the momentum. Every single dip, it ran back up. So this dip is bound to either dip a little harder or it's going to start running up already before it dips harder and runs back up. And those are those momentum plays that a lot of investors are talking about. So this is right now a stock that, as it's going down, has given opportunities to make money. But if you've just been sitting there holding because of fear or you don't really understand how to momentum play this, I completely understand. You don't want to throw any more money into it. But this stock was speculative from the get-go, from the start. It came from 6 cents. What would you expect, So this is a penny stock at the end of the day. So we're sitting at 111 and our supports here are 110. I don't really care too much about that support unless it gets broken through. And if it does, you need to watch this towards $1. And if it gets broken through $1 and you're willing to hold because you got in before $1, I would tell you to watch it super vigilantly and carefully. Pull up every single indicator that you know to watch and see what's going on. Now, our resistance, there is no true formal resistance here since it was so bearish, but I would use this midway point right here at 115, and then our next one's up here at 121 to see how the momentum is doing upwards, and those support levels need to be broken away from in the upward direction to get closer to the 50-day moving average. Once it crosses the 50-day moving average, which is 123, the true resistance level that the bulls want to break through is 125 to reach up newer highs, new resistance levels, and get deeper into bullish territory. Okay, these are points of reference that you want to watch carefully and you want to know moving forward. And supports 110, which is literally a cent away, and $1. How is it doing between those areas? And the 50-day moving average is 123. We are certainly in bearish territory. It's going to take a lot of volume to bring this one back up. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned, guys, because we're going to talk about a ticker symbol that I mentioned this morning. And the ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You want to add it to your watch list moving forward. So today's ticker symbol, I've talked about it before and it's actually pulled back. We're going to jump right into it and we're going to look at when I started talking about it and how I feel about it moving forward. But let's jump right into this first. This is the morning briefing that I had today. And for those of you that are not aware, you can gain access to this by joining the Discord. The link is down below. And you'll also gain access to the Stock Market and Emotional Intelligence series. And you'll gain access to my weekly watch list for swing trades and long-term opportunities. Okay, so let's talk about this. So I mentioned this one early in the morning today at 8:57, and I stated I was watching it. I wanted volume to pick up, and it did. One to watch towards the bell, sitting at 389. So it was at 389. It pulled back to a low here of 384, and it pulled up in just a matter of 4 minutes to 5 minutes, 414, right? The 5-minute to 30-minute workdays, I call it. And that right there was a 5-minute jump that gave us 10%. That's all we're really looking for, 5 to 10%. This one was a little bit closer to 8 to 10%, but that's what we look for, 5 to 10%. You're not going to be able to start doing this right away, but by joining the Discord, you'll gain access to a group of investors that are very smart, intelligent. They're all looking at different plays, and also we're here to enlighten each other on opportunities that are presenting themselves. So sometimes you only have one set of eyes and you can't catch every single chart at once, no matter how many charts you have pulled up. But when you have other sets of eyes in a community that's all working towards the same goal, there's a lot there to go ahead and sharpen and grow with, right? Like I always say, we're going to learn and grow together. Iron sharpens iron. And this is a great opportunity to learn how to exit and enter opportunities. You don't want to start off with your capital. You want to start watching or using a simulator. But I highly recommend it because at some point you'll get the hang of it and there's going to be many opportunities to come. Weekly watch lists, daily announcements, and I'm going to start sometime in the near future talking more about options and puts, and that's where things are going to get more interesting. So if you want to join in on that and you want to join our community of 80 plus members already, the links are down below to the Discord and the Patreon group. Click on either one and it'll direct you right to the Patreon so you can see the tiers that are available. They're filling up quickly. So let's talk about the stock you want to add to your watch list. So this stock here is PLTR. Okay, I've talked about it since February 20th when it first showed strength, and now we want to watch it carefully for a slight pullback or consolidation. On the 20th, right after that, on the 22nd, it ran up a little bit and it pulled down. Okay, this was way back in February. So let's go ahead and pull this up here so we could see where PLTR sits right now. Okay, PLTR is actually in a position where the more it stays at these levels, the bigger and better the opportunities are becoming. I mean, what a drastic drop today. That was big. So on the 30-minute, it doesn't look as big, but on the 1 minute, it looks scary. So we've talked about it since way back here and when it ran and stuff, because it actually picked up, pulled back down, and then it ran up, and it's been falling since. So I stated we wanted that weakness. Now, this was the low at that time, right? Throughout March, that's all we really knew about, right? That's all we knew. And then way back here and this point and back here at these points, you could see the amount of weakness the stock has had, and it's hit lows. And I've stated about this one again in March. I stated it again right here. And then obviously our February time when we spoke about it. But the main thing I want you guys to be aware of is that I've mentioned several times, $20 seems to be the floor. And if that gets broken through, the opportunities are getting bigger unless something fundamentally has changed. Now, this has been a great swing trade for those that have taken the opportunity since the 20th when we started talking about it. It hit this low, brought itself back up. I talked about it again before it ran up. And then as it's pulling down, I talked about the fact that we want to watch this as it gets closer to $20. And it's touched $20. It ran up again to 24. And we're talking about here a nice 10 to 20% gain every single time that these swing trade opportunities have presented themselves. Well, now it had a big drop, right? So what we want to look for here is either consolidation or call this the dip right now, because we don't know how much lower it could go, right? We don't know if it can continue in this direction, but this is the lowest that we know right now after this move, and start off right there or get some more if that's something that interests you. But really what we're looking for right now is consolidation or weakness on the downside. The closer this gets to 20, the more interesting. So I want you guys to be aware, PLTR is a long-term opportunity, and it's one that every single dip or every single time it gets pulled down, it's more and more interesting every single time. They're working with big companies, and I made a full video on why PLTR is going to be a big thing. It's going to be a big deal because IBM right now, their Watson computer was not able to do what PLTR is able to offer. So they're working alongside to make PLTR incorporated into the Watson, or PLTR technology and the Watson together to provide the service that IBM always wanted to be able to provide. So that makes me see how ahead PLTR is than companies that have existed before, and where it can continue to go and where it could take other companies and grow from that, right? So, man, big opportunities. If you guys have any bullish insights on this one or a bearish case, please comment down below. I look forward to seeing your thoughts on this one. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.